Okay, I started another one. Hopefully it'll be better this time. Oh, good. Thanks, guys. You're back. So much better so far. Much better. Good. Yeah, so I dropped it from 1080 to 720, and I dropped it from 60 frames per second down to 30 frames per second. So it might be better now. Hopefully. Let me know if there's any issues again. Just send it, let me know in the comments. Crisp and clear. Good. Cool. Resolution's not as good, but it's better than nothing. It's better than having lag. Do you guys remember this shrine? We were here a few weeks ago. I knew I was nearby, but I didn't recognize it was the exact same one. Oh, cool. Hey, CW Field. Glad that you were able to catch the YouTube even if you misread it. Okay, let's go inside the shrine. By the way, right behind me is a bamboo forest. Sounds better too, huh? That's cool. The only downside is I can't see my battery life. So at any point the stream could just stop because I run out of battery. I'm already at 50%, so if I don't say goodbye and it just ends, then I'm not trying to be rude, but that just happened. We have time though. Oh, you said the windscreen is even better. Wow, seems like everything's better. That's good to know. Okay, so those who are regular followers of my Reddit stream will recognize this. Do you remember we went through here 3 times? Later on I found out that we should go through 5 times, just like the Goen coin. The circle means destiny. We only did 3 times, so let's do 5 times this time, after I wash my hands. Before you go into the shrines, you always want to make sure you wash your hands. There's usually rules, like you can see there's rules over here that explain how to do it. So you do this step that some people put the water in their mouth. If you make a cup here, you put the water in your mouth. Other times they have like a ladle. Okay, let's go through 5 times and then we'll go into the shrine. Someone said the only downside of YouTube is you can't see the wacky usernames on Reddit. That's true. That's a good point. Okay, we'll go through here a few times. Did I bring a hand towel this time? No, I didn't bring a hand towel. I still haven't learned. Okay, number 1. Ichi. Oh, some people are going right. Oh, we're supposed to go right. Okay. I followed the people in front of me and went left, but you're going right. Wait, now they're going left. What? I need to learn the rules. Okay, anyway, that was 1. I guess now you go left. Maybe you take turns. Ah, there's the rules. Okay. That's 2. I'm bringing you guys all with me. I'll show you the rules later. I just saw them. Why do they have to make it so complicated? 1. Oh, I totally did it backwards already. Okay, well, it's okay. Rules are meant to be broken, right? That was number 3. Let's do number 4. Okay, number 4. I'm just gonna do my own way. I think that the gods will forgive me. And then we'll do one more. Okay, number 5. Number 5, and let's go left. Okay. So let me show you the rules now that are unnecessarily complicated. So you go through number 1, you go left. Huh? I guess you only have to do it 3 times. I heard 5 times. Anyway, some extra luck there. Okay. We're gonna go inside now. I remember last time I went through the ring, someone on the comments said, "You'll need this for your journey." So the comments have stopped. I'm hoping there's not a lag. Let me know if, oh, there we go. Okay, the comments are coming. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Again, these are, I showed this last time. This is really nice. So this symbol right here, this pink symbol with the mother and her child, this is a symbol of maternity in Japan. So these are emma, these are prayers that people are making, but you also see women with this symbol on this kind of like disc, this bag that they, this disc that they keep on their bag on the train. And if you see a woman that has that symbol on her bag, it means that she's pregnant. So as I mentioned in a previous stream, you know, sometimes it's awkward to ask somebody if they're pregnant because you don't want to be wrong. So it's kind of like a silent way of not having to talk to somebody, but being able to just understand that you should probably get up from your seat so that she can sit down. The train is usually crowded, lots of people are standing all the time. So this is kind of a silent way of notifying that you're pregnant, and people can make a gesture to stand up for you. It's kind of nice how they have these surrounding this tree right here. It's like a maternal tree. The frame rate is lower, yeah. I think the frame rate on Reddit was about 60. That's what I had it set as, but here I set it as 30 frames per second. I can test 60 next time. Yeah, those birds are called kalas in Japanese, like a big black crow. They tend to hang out in these forests, especially around the shrines, and Tokyo, they're really noisy. They're organized so nicely. I guess the way that they this guy over here that was organizing them. How often do I plan on doing the YouTube streams? Honestly, probably as much as I'm doing the Reddit ones, if it turns out good. We can get a big following, if we can get like, quality's pretty good, if I can work things out, then I'll probably just do it as same frequency. I'd love to increase the frequency in general, but I just have so much going on, and it's hard to, really dedicate that much time right now. But hopefully, eventually I can dedicate more time. But I think I'll start doing what I did today, do like one on Reddit, followed with one on YouTube. The only issue with that is the battery. But I'll experiment in a while and see how it goes from there. But I'd like to start doing YouTube more often. You can see the priest. Yeah, if YouTube starts becoming more popular for my viewers, then I'll certainly start doing more on YouTube and maybe make that. I could eventually do it full time, but I'd like to kind of keep Reddit for as long as I can, because I do think that they're going to evolve that platform. I'm pretty sure they're going to put more focus on it. Someone asked what the cows are for. The cows are a symbol, like you have, this is a Shinto shrine. So all animals have some kind of, like some god or some connection to Shintoism, and they all have some meaning. So when you come to Shinto shrines, you see lots of different animals and different creatures, like this one. Quality is better here, isn't it? More crisp. At least on my end, it's very crisp. There's a ceremony going on right now inside of there. I shouldn't film inside. How many comments can you see at a time here? About 4. Yeah, 4 at a time. One of the things that's good about Reddit is the comments are easier to see because they have a black background. This one has a transparent background, so the comments kind of blend into the background. If it's white, it's hard to read them, but I think it's okay. Oh, look at these little sensu. This is cute. You know sensu? Sensu are little Japanese fans, hand fan, that you wave in the summertime. These are little miniature sensu. I've never seen like that. And these are fortunes. I always forget the word in Japanese, but I can look it up later. But these are fortunes. You leave these behind at the shrine and they'll take care of them for you. I always say this, and I'm probably wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's when you take the fortune, if you get a good one, you can bring it home. If you get a bad one, you just tie it up here at the shrine, and I think they burn them for you. Oh, you said you have dark mode on and the boxes are black. Okay. I wonder if I can turn on dark mode from my perspective, from my side. Yeah, Omikuji. Thank you, Dragon Slayer. Omikuji. These are called Omikuji. Do you know if I was correct about that? They keep the bad ones and burn them, and you can take the good ones home, I'm pretty sure. When I went to a shrine in Monzen Nakacho, where I did a stream several weeks ago, I saw the priest clearing all of those off at nighttime. Yeah, Omikuji, thank you. So Erikoda said, I'm Japanese, by the way, living in Los Angeles now. It's great to have someone Japanese on the stream so that you can correct all of my incorrect information. I have to always caveat that I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just going off of my experience, my observations, things I've heard, things I've read, but I'm not by any means an expert. Yeah, so you said they burn the cursed ones. Okay, thank you for that. That's what I thought. Yes, Vermilion. Oh, so KL, you're from the Reddit stream as well. I guess everybody is. I don't think anybody that's subscribing is not from the Reddit stream yet. This is a really nice shrine. I like it here. Yeah, I think everybody here would be from Reddit. I'd be surprised if anybody found my live stream so far that is not from Reddit yet. That would be really surprising. Has to be someone who's really, really interested in live streams of walking around Tokyo. You love the lanterns? Yeah, me too. Lanterns, I think, are you talking about these ones? These are not lanterns. Well, I guess they can be considered lanterns. They're called chochin. Chochin is a paper lantern, yeah, so it's a lantern. You're right, sorry to say you're wrong. When I think of lanterns, I think of like these ones over here, these stone, these kind of lantern. That's like a stone lantern right there. But these are called chochin. Yeah, these are paper lanterns. I love these too. If you come to Tokyo, you can get a custom one made. You can get many different styles and sizes and colors, designs. Usually around Asakusa, you can do that. The red flags. So Erika, who's on here, that comments, what are the name of the red flags again? This is kind of a very common thing you see around Japan, and I feel like it's inspired from, like, you know, back in the feudal times when you saw the warriors carrying their kind of clan flag in battle. And someone asked about, yeah, so Abby, you asked about the social media. Yeah, I should. I'm doing this little by little. I started with just Reddit, now YouTube, so I'll have to start adding some other stuff as well, maybe Instagram or something to get the word out more, but just little by little. Somebody, PM Me Clever, was asking me, Insta? Yeah, maybe I'll do Insta. PM Me Clever was asking what motivated me to start doing the live streaming. Actually, I kind of just started doing it on a whim, to be honest. It was I started in like summer of last year. There was the coronavirus and there wasn't really much to do, right? Like we were staying at home, and I would start going out for walks because I found myself always just being stuck in the house, in the apartment, not really getting exercise or fresh air. And then I would start just kind of going for outdoor walks around the neighborhood or around different areas. And I also started seeing these sort of Reddit streams pop up that I was curious about, and I just randomly decided one day, like when I was out walking, just to test it. So I started a username, the username I use on Reddit. Sorry, I'm gonna miss some of these comments. I'll try to come back to them. Yeah, so I just started to, I literally just pulled it out one day and just tested it. But I started a username, the one I use on Reddit, and didn't really think much about the username. I just made something quick so I could play with it. And I did one stream. The first one actually was sort of, there was like kind of a few people that watched it. Then I did a second one the same day, and I had like 150,000 people, like unique viewers, watch it. It was really exciting. And I totally did not expect that. I was kind of blown away at the time. I was like, wow, this is totally unexpected and really kind of exciting. So then and it did. Almost every time I kept getting an equal amount of people to watch. This was that a lot of people felt like this was kind of their chance to travel because they were all stuck, right? I'm gonna walk out of the shrine now. I'll keep talking, but there was a travel ban in Japan, the travel ban all around the world. Everyone was stuck in quarantine and lockdown. And I realized like I was actually giving kind of a service to people, which made me feel good. A lot of people, I wanted you to hear that in the wind. Sounds nice. A lot of people were commenting like how good it felt to kind of vicariously travel when they're stuck indoors. So look at this beautiful matsu tree. See the way they, I love this. You see the way they kind of put this bamboo here? This is how they get the tree to, and they tie it up with the rope. This is how they get the tree to kind of manipulate it to grow a certain way. It's kind of like an art form, right? So you can see all of those there. And then it looks like that at the end. It's beautiful. Yeah, so then people started commenting that, I keep getting distracted. I wanted to see if there's fish in here. There probably are usually fish, but not. Oh, there are. Okay, yeah, there's some little tiny fish in here. I don't know if you can see them. Anyway, so yeah, I felt like I was giving people a chance to travel when they couldn't travel, and they were stuck indoors, but they could finally kind of virtually go somewhere else in the world and experience that. And I also got comments from people that apart from lockdown, they just could never travel again. They're too old, or also kind of giving people a sense of nostalgia when they used to live in Japan. And just started getting all these really positive comments from people, which honestly I wasn't expecting on a place like Reddit, which can be kind of cynical sometimes. But the kind of community that gathered around my streams was actually really motivating, because people were like really positive and funny and enjoying it. And I felt like I was giving something to people, and it made me feel good. So I didn't really have any reason other than that. Honestly, other benefit for me was just getting fresh air and exercise, and I like talking, so it's fun to talk, teach people about what I know in Japan and what I've learned and observed. I like learning about culture and society as well, so it was kind of fun to. I didn't realize like how much I could talk about Japan, honestly, until people started asking questions that to me are like everyday basic things. Wow, we can actually get a really crisp picture of the vending machines now. We saw this vitamin C in the 7-Eleven on the last stream. Do people donate when they collect a fertility circle picture? Yeah, so those are called emma, and emma are those wooden pallets that you make a prayer on for the shrine. Every time you buy one of those, you're donating to the shrine to make a prayer. So that's how they make a lot of their money, is through those kind of donations. Anyway, so that kind of hopefully answered your question in a long way, why I do the live streams. I felt kind of like people started looking forward to it, and the audience started growing, and people were having a lot of fun. So it gave me a reason to keep doing it. And so I just kept up with it, and now it got pretty big on Reddit, and now I decided to branch out to YouTube as well. And yeah, like I said, there's benefit for me because it's, you know, I get fresh air, I get exercise, have fun with it. I get to learn a lot as well from people. Like people teach me stuff about Japan as well in the comments, which is kind of fun. And it gets me out because I love Tokyo. I really, really, really love Tokyo. It's honestly, I think, the best city in the world, and it gives me an excuse to go out and be a tourist, where I'm a resident here, but I get to be a tourist, which I kind of miss doing. I missed those first few months and years that I lived here, and I kind of felt like a tourist all the time. And then once I became a normal resident, I started losing a little bit of that like excitement and fun of walking around and just exploring the back roads. And I also wanted to show people another side of Tokyo as well, which are these kind of more quiet neighborhoods, as opposed to always going to like Shibuya and Shinjuku and, you know, these big kind of like Asakusa and Akihabara. I wanted to show people more kind of quiet side of Tokyo. And hopefully, when coronavirus settles down, I'll be able to go out to more rural side of Japan, outside of Tokyo. So let me get back to some of your comments. I kind of went on a really long tangent there. Thanks for a lot of those nice comments. I might have to go back and read some of these later. Yeah, a lot of people from Reddit didn't come. I think it's hard to get people to, you know, take action. So like Reddit's really easy. You're already on Reddit and you can just kind of easily watch the stream. But when you start asking people to kind of take extra effort, it's a little bit hard. I noticed that. I noticed that like when I asked people to go subscribe to the YouTube channel, even though I have like 4,000 people watching, it was kind of hard to get 1,000 subscribers. Wow, listen to those birds. So it would appear that even though 4,000 on Reddit, about 66 is the number who really, really enjoy these streams. So thank you for as someone said, the diehards. Thank you for that. I guess the cool thing about YouTube is that videos are a little bit easier to find again. You know, they're like archived on YouTube, as opposed to Reddit. You have to like go to that person's page. Okay, so notifications work better for you on YouTube than Reddit. Yeah, I heard on Reddit some people would get them like 30 or 45 minutes into the stream. Oh, you learned basic Japanese in high school. That's cool. Interesting that you would learn it in high school. Yes, I agree. Landscape orientation is a lot better. You can see a lot more, can't you? Like I said, there's some things about the Reddit that I really like. Even the fact the portrait mode, the vertical mode, it kind of like added another level of like creativity to the stream. So I had to kind of work within that really narrow field of view. Obviously, the natural thing to do is to be landscape when you're trying to show people this kind of stuff. But having that challenge kind of made things a little bit interesting, like low resolution, vertical, narrow viewpoint. I kind of worked with it on Reddit, which was kind of fun. Oh yeah, my first live stream that I did, that's right. I did it landscape mode, but it was sideways, so I couldn't read any of the comments. Yeah, so someone mentioned the poor old lady had to go up the stairs by herself. Normally they're pretty good about, the city's pretty good about having like handicap kind of, like, you know, physically limited people can be able to climb, but this is kind of like an old shrine, so they don't seem to have that kind of thing. That's a good point. Out of these 72 people, this is the first stream. Out of these people, where are you guys coming from? If you're comfortable saying, if you're not, don't worry about it. But I'm curious what countries you're in right now. It'd be interesting to see the people who are like really interested in the stream where you're tuning in from. California? Austin, Texas, Boston, Toronto, Denver, Midwest USA. Okay, a lot of Americans. California, Houston, Texas, Sydney, Australia, Texas. Philippines, Australia, Duisburg. I'm not sure where Duisburg is, but it sounds German maybe. Oregon, Mexico. Las Vegas, Turkey, Australia, India. Okay, so mostly Americans right now, but there's a few Australians, India, a few others. Let me go see what's on the end of this street, and we might just turn back around. Bahrain, wow. That's the first time I've seen Bahrain. New Zealand, wow, it's amazing. I'd love to go to New Zealand. I've never been. I've been to Australia, but I haven't been down to, I thought I would be able to pack Australia and New Zealand into the same trip, but that was just too difficult. Australia is too big and too much to see. Barely saw just a glimpse of Australia, let alone a whole nother country next to it. Let's see what's down here and then maybe turn back around. All right, let's go back up there. Yeah, it's cool that even with this kind of small number compared to the Reddit streams, we still have a very international mix of people here. It's amazing. And I also think that it's difficult to market the YouTube live stream because, like I said, first it's hard to get people to transfer over what they're doing. It's like you have to ask people for an effort, and then on top of that, it's hard to find sometimes. And I also started kind of late. I said I would start in 10 minutes, and I started like 20 minutes, 30 minutes later. But I'll do it again tomorrow. This was a good experiment. Also, just a heads up to you guys, I can't see the battery life with this third-party app that I'm using. So at any moment the battery could die. I'm sorry if that happens. Let's go down here for a minute. Another little toy store right here. Oh, it's like dried squid and dried octopus snacks for children. Funny thing about that is, for kids in Japan, it's actually pretty normal to have that kind of treat. Like, instead of like Skittles and M&Ms, they'll have like a dried octopus or dried squid snack. You guys want to see what snacks we have in here? Let's take a look. Video いいですか? いいですか? It's okay?
No.
It's okay. She said no. Okay, no video. Yep, yeah, I mentioned on my Reddit stream title, I said YouTube is next. Okay, one other thing that's maybe not as good about YouTube. Well, it's okay. So you saw how the sky just changed? On this app, it automatically changes the brightness. On Reddit, I have more control. Actually, the squid, like I feel someone said that, who was it? Nessa said, I wonder how my daughter would react to the squid snack. Yeah, I think if you tell them what it is, then yeah, I think they'll be like, ew. But actually, it doesn't like taste, it doesn't like taste like kind of the way you would think it would be. Like when you hear squid, you imagine like slimy and squiggly and like rubbery and whatever. But it's just like a kind of chewy food. It's usually they put some kind of seasoning or salt on it, and you don't really feel gross. Okay, where to go from here? Let's pick a direction. I'm gonna look at my map real quick. Have I ever tried it? Yeah. I eat lots of squid and lots of... Nope, I'm still here. So some weird thing happened. I get a notification that says the connection is unstable, but I'm still here, don't worry. There's a nice old house right there. Actually, I really like that. It's a pretty one. You might have heard the wings of the crow that just flew overhead. I don't know how good the audio is, but that was super loud. Okay, so the next area that I'm going to walk to is about 15 minutes away. Let's hope the battery lasts. And when I walk around that area a little bit, I think we'll end the stream probably up there, and then I'll prepare for tomorrow. This was more of a test day, so. You heard, yeah, you could hear the wings. Because they fly right over your head, you know? These massive, giant black birds, and they just go swooping right over you. Freaks you out. They're just screwing with people. Look at this storefront. I like this. Nice little storefront right here. assortment of pots and plants and same time tomorrow? Yeah. I think I will do approximately the same time tomorrow before sunset. So maybe I'll do a quick stream either at 2 or 3 o'clock Japan time on Reddit for an hour, and then I'll move over to YouTube for another hour after that. So normally my Reddit streams are about an hour and a half to 2 hours. But I think while I'm trying to promote this YouTube channel, I'll probably decrease the length of those a little bit. Make sure you do the bell to get notifications. Oh, okay, yeah, so I'm still kind of figuring out YouTube, but thanks for that. If you want to get notifications, make sure you hit the bell. Yeah, I will see if I can do 60 frames per second. I should do that. I think it wasn't the frames per second that caused the lag. I think it was the 1080. So as much as I would love to do 1080, I will stick to 720 for now. This is great when you have the higher resolution. You guys can catch a lot of tiny little details of things that, whoa, really narrow road here. See that? He's even driving on the red side. How to say a beautiful day in Japanese? Ii tenki. Ii tenki desu ne. Ii tenki. So anything with I means good. I is the word for like fine or good. And then tenki is weather. So like ii tenki desu. It's nice weather, isn't it? Yeah, I think 60 frames per second would look good. Seeing the vending machine in 720 was a game changer. That's awesome. Yeah. I thought so. Resolution on Reddit, I don't know, but if this is 720, and it's better, then it would have to be lower. You can go to my YouTube, or you can go to my videos that I uploaded on YouTube, and you can see that, like, I think they're like 300 something. What's underneath 720? Like 340 or something. I'm not sure, but you can see that my videos are very low quality there. $360? Okay, yeah. Or 480? Yeah, maybe 480. Maybe even lower than that. I wonder why they do that. Maybe it's just they're not prepared yet, the server. This is from a recent holiday where you wear the mask and the children throw the beans at the person wearing the mask. Setsubun. I think it's time for them to clean out these bottles. As I've mentioned in previous streams, that's trying to keep the cats away. You said consider the Discord server. Okay, I've never used Discord, so that'll be a first. But if you guys recommend it, I'll look into it. Let me see if I can... Okay. I'll just come over here. It's a simple way to cross the street. Kind of funny, like if you just go to the we just go a little bit to the right, we can cross the street here. This is one of the things I love about Tokyo. These long streets where you're just like, man, I wonder what I can find down there. That's another reason to answer your question why I started streaming. Because I was kind of one of the things I enjoy the most about Tokyo is just getting lost and exploring these random back roads. I've done that for years in Japan, and I thought I would share that kind of experience with other people. Why are they trying to keep cats away? I guess just the cats are climbing all over the place, knocking things down and stuff. Probably making noise at nighttime. There can be a lot of cats, stray cats. Okay, so I gotta turn. I think I can keep going straight from here. I got another red light here. Any chance of a 1080 source stream? What do you mean by source stream? Do you mean like a pre-recorded stream? Yeah, I was planning to do some kind of like 4K pre-recorded streams. So I'm trying to think about when to do that, because when I use my free time to go out and walk around, it's usually for live streaming. So I would have to find some time to just do a pre-recorded 4K stream. But I think that would be great to do. A donation button? Sure, yeah, I can try to set that up. I've kind of not like asked for donations this whole time I've been doing streaming, but as I mentioned, it would be nice to buy some new shoes. I've used a lot of money on, a lot of wear and tear on my. Oops, sorry, connection for a second. I put a lot of wear and tear on my shoes, and also sometimes a lot of expense going on the trains to go to all these different locations. So it kind of adds up over time. So maybe I'll consider doing a donation button. Oh yeah. So I tried 1080, but it was lagging, yeah, so I switched over to 720, and I also dropped the frame rate from 60 to 30. I don't think that was necessary to do, but I will try 60 next time, maybe tomorrow. And then I heard, yeah, the reason with the 1080 is that when the bit rate changes because of the connection, it kind of screws up the stream, so it's safer just to stay at 720. Okay, yeah, thanks for that, guys. I'll look into the donation function and see the best way to do that. Also see what's available in Japan. I guess I have to check like how that works with the bank accounts here. Like, can I have the automatic transfer of a, I don't know, I have to look into that. If you guys have any advice, just send to me a direct message. By the way, sorry, it's a little bit boring right now, but I'm transferring to another area. By the way, is anybody watching on their TV right now? Yeah, so 1080p might look worse from time to time because of inconsistency. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I heard that if you do 1080 and then the bit rate or the connection drops a little bit, then it gets like really blurry and choppy and it goes back and forth. So 720 is a little bit more consistent. Yeah, Patreon. Yeah, I'll look into that. You're watching on your iPad. Yeah, so some people ask me to do this because they want to watch on their television. Oh, cool. You're on your TV. Nice. Oh, TV and phone to comment. That's cool. That's a steep road right there. I would go on a detour and explore it, but I want to get to the next location before my phone dies, so let's keep going. Stick to YouTube for donations. Okay. Yeah, I saw that they have like the live chat. They call it like super chat and super sticker or something like that. And you can do that, but you need to have a YouTube creator program, which is like a 4,000 hours watched. So maybe eventually I'll do that. Do people wear a mask in the proper way? I saw a lot of guys with their face open. Yeah, most people do. Yes, I do carry a power bank, but the issue is with this gimbal. Oh, you know, no. So the problem with this gimbal is that I can't use the power bank when I'm doing land. That was one of the benefits of using Reddit, was that I could charge my phone while I did a stream. But while I'm doing landscape on YouTube, I can't charge it with the power bank. So that's kind of a downside, unfortunately. Okay, I got to think about how to do that. So as I said, this was just the first kind of test, like demonstration for YouTube live stream, so not terribly exciting or interesting. I just wanted to kind of play with it. I'll try to keep it a little more interesting for the future ones. This was just kind of a test, walking around. Good to chat with you guys, like someone said, a little bit more intimate. Just a small crowd, kind of chat and test it out. And tomorrow, if I have a chance, I'm going to try to go to kind of a cool place. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, is the battery life, the YouTube streams being short. I'm gonna think if I can find a way, but with this current setup, I would not be able to charge my phone. Another good reason for the donations is to buy a new gimbal, which doesn't have that problem, where you can charge while you're moving around. How close are we? We are almost there. Almost there. Gimbal and shoe funds, that's right. Okay, we're completing what I always say is the kind of boring in-between section between the stations. And we're now getting to the next station area. So this area is called Honancho. Never been here before. Honancho. We'll go until my battery dies. So let me just say goodbye to you now. I don't want to be rude. But whenever my battery dies, the stream's over. Oh, I just use an iPhone. I don't know if you noticed. Oh, there's the Mario again. 7-Eleven. I don't know if you noticed, but that mother was showing the strawberry sandwich to her child. Like, look, we have a strawberry sandwich. I showed that right before I ended the Reddit stream before this. And the fruit sandwich in 7-Eleven. Look at that Jeep right there. Yeah, you're welcome. It was kind of an effort to get to YouTube, wasn't it? I thought it would be a little bit easier, but it was hard to get the subscribers first, and then also they still didn't allow me to stream. Yeah, so there's some downsides, but I think the main pro of YouTube is the quality. The quality is obviously better. So despite the downsides, wow, that's a lot of chicken. Oh my god. That's a whole bucket of chicken right there. And that's not plastic, that's real. I know sometimes we see plastic food, but that's not plastic. Alright, Honancho. We're in Honancho. I've never been to this area before. Ooh, cool shopping street. Why wouldn't YouTube let me stream? I don't know. Subscribers that they required. And then they just keep saying I don't meet the eligibility to stream on mobile, so I'm really not sure. And there's no way to contact them to ask for help. So until I get 4,000 watch hours, I can't ask them for support. Did you see that man? The vegetable flew off of the rack in the wind and he picked it up, put it back. Oh, you saw that Astro Boy? I didn't know you knew who Astro Boy was. Yeah. Is Astro Boy popular outside of Japan? The end of the stream is imminent, and it's making me nervous. I know, me too. I'll be really upset like if I'm doing a stream and we get to like a really cool area and it just dies. That's the one downside of this app. I'm gonna have to like write a review for the app and mention that it's not good that you can't see the battery. Maybe I can. Let me switch around. Hang on. That's too bad. I'm feeling a little bit more on, like, I used to be able to hide from filming people too closely because of the blurriness, but now it's like really crisp. So I'm trying. Quiet little alleyway, huh? Oh, you said it keeps stopping, huh? Oh, man. This is a great thing about Tokyo, is you're not allowed to walk and smoke a cigarette. This is the rule here. Really good rule. A lot of times in the city you have people right in front of you, right? Smoking, and then it goes right into your face. Okay, so I heard that the connection is not very good right now, so well, let's see. I'll go a little bit further. Maybe it's because I was in front of those shops. I don't know if this is like a graffiti tag or what, but that's not very common to see this. Oh, it's getting better. Yeah. So I think because I use like Wi-Fi, whenever I go in front of shops, I tend to get bad connection. I think I'm picking up their Wi-Fi and it's just interrupting my stream. So in addition to just liking this kind of back road kind of content, it's also good because I can avoid a lot of those Wi-Fi signals and just keep the stream going without interruption. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about Tokyo, right? It's just how it goes from like the hustle and bustle to just these quiet, silent little back roads. I'm the only one making noise here. That's a nice little apartment building. Citywide Wi-Fi, some areas do have. I've never really used it. Like some stations and trains and stuff will have it. I've never found it that reliable, but some people tell me it's good. But I always just use my own. As a tourist, you don't really have to think about it. You can just get like a SIM card with the amount of data that you need. Yeah, I think mobile live streaming is probably a challenge for YouTube, like you mentioned, because of the... I feel like no matter how good your Wi-Fi is, sometimes you're gonna jump in and out between Wi-Fi and cellular, and that's gonna always cause a little bit of an inconsistency. Until Wi-Fi gets like super, super strong and reliable, I feel like that'll always be a problem. But it's good enough. If it was too perfect, if it was like too like consistent, you would movie or something. So it's kind of nice to have that reminder that this is like, man, it's smoky in there. That this is like you know, not a professional production. It's kind of an amateur production. Why was the man dressed like that? I didn't see what man. I think there was a construction worker back there. Maybe that's what you're thinking of. What kind of restaurant was that? Seems like it was... Yakiton. So like meat, grilled meat in a bowl, like on top of a rice probably. The helmet and clear vest. Yeah, I guess he was some kind of service person, some kind of construction or something. 7-Elevens everywhere, huh? Let's try to cross the street and go to the other side. I saw some other interesting things on the other side of the street.